I gotta wake up and go get the bread. I gotta go ahead and clip up this man. She all in her feelings, she giving me sex. I got a slack, sweat on my ass. Count up on the move, that's a digital day. They been just losing, I'm living these fads. Never go broke cause I got me a stage. I could never ever live in the past. I gotta wake up and go get the bread. I gotta go ahead and clip up this man. She all in her feelings, she giving me sex. I got a slack, sweat on my ass. I gotta wake up and go get the bread. I gotta go ahead and clip up this man. She all in her feelings, she giving me sex. I got a slack, sweat on my ass. Count up on the move, that's a digital day. They been just losing, I'm living these fads. Never go broke cause I got me a stage. I could never ever live in the past. I gotta wake up and go get the bread. I gotta go ahead and clip up this man. She all in her feelings, she giving me sex. I got a slack, sweat on my ass.
Live from the lab. Many can copy us, but none can duplicate us. DJ Jules.
What's going on, people? CP3 live from the lab, coming to you with a special free agency franchise tag NFL special. We saw a lot of transactions going on today on the franchise tags. We also saw a huge extension for, in my opinion, the overrated Aaron Rodgers getting a $200 million deal, 4 years, $153 million guaranteed. I'm on the record of my feelings of Aaron Rodgers. I feel he's overrated. That he gets the bailout excuse that he never had help, and that's why he only has one Super Bowl victory and hasn't sniffed another Super Bowl since then, which I remind you was back in 2011. But he gets that excuse. Oh, he doesn't have any help. Now they ink him to this big deal with all his guaranteed money, and they franchise tag Devontae Adams, who I'll go into, a little bit later in this pop-up show real quick. Not going to be on too long. But I feel like they're going to be in the same situation that Minnesota's in now with Kirk Cousins and his guaranteed contract, where they can't get any other talent around him, so-called, to make it, worth, that team being a Super Bowl contender, so to speak. But Rodgers has talent around him. He's had talent around him, and in my opinion, he just hasn't got the job done. Now that they're investing all of this money in him for the next 4 years, he's already, 36, so that's going to be 40 years old. Hopefully, the backup Jordan Love, develops and can take over after he, departs or whatever. But I'm not a Rodgers fan. Green Bay decides to do that. I just feel like they're doing the same thing that Minnesota did with a stat pattern and Kirk Cousins. Not saying that Rodgers is a stat pattern, but one Super Bowl in as long as career he's had, and all the accolades and stuff, the 4-time MVP and all of that stuff. What does it really equate to, in my opinion? I would say he's overrated. We also had the blockbuster trade with Denver and Seattle for Russell Wilson. And let me pull up what they gave up. This is proposed trade, so it's not official. It's not going to be official until, we just said, April 9th, I believe. I got to look at the dates. There's so many dates going through my head right now. But it's not official. But this is the proposed trade for Russell Wilson going to Denver. And for all the Washington Commanders fans that's upset after Coach Rivera went to, Pete Carroll this past weekend to propose a trade for him. I saw rumors of 5 first-round picks, multiple first-round picks, and Pete Carroll came out and said they're not looking to trade him. A lot of Commanders fans are saying, well, who wants to come in this franchise? Russell Wilson has a no trade clause. He probably didn't want to come here and would rather go to Denver, yada, 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 yada. But as it showed and as I have the graphics on my screen, this deal was in the works weeks ago. So there's that for y'all gloom and doom fans. Y'all done already started on y'all BS. I done already started trolling y'all throughout the day, so it's cool. But they gave up, well, let's first get the Broncos are getting Russell Wilson in a 4th-round pick. So that's what they're getting. The Seahawks are getting 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th-round pick, Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, and Noah Fant. That's a hell of a haul for a 33-year-old quarterback. Not hating on Russell. I'd love to have him here. But for all of that, no, I can't see that. We're already looking at with Washington, trying to package something. There's definitely going to be some players involved in that deal. But 2 firsts and 2 seconds along with 3 players, to me, that asking price is, a little too high. A lot of folks are talking about Deshaun Watson if his legal situation clears up, that they would throw everything to try to get Watson. I forgot what their asking price is, but I remember when I saw it, I said that's ridiculous. So once again, if the asking price is too high, you can't pull the trigger. That's just my opinion, depending on what players and how many draft picks they're talking about. Everything's negotiable, but I understand Watson's 25, and he definitely has a high ceiling and has been playing well when he's had a chance to play. But like I said, you got this legal situation that he's through right now, and he also has a no trade clause that he said last year that he wasn't willing to waive to come to Washington. But I saw something online. I don't know how legit it is. It said that he might be willing to, discuss his no trade clause once this legal stuff is cleared up. So that's a long shot. So I was just giving my quick take from the Commander's point of view. Now, the franchise tag for the first time in I don't know how many years, I was trying to look up and see when the last year that Washington didn't have a franchise tag player, and I couldn't find the information. But I know it's probably been at least about maybe 5 or 6 years. I know we had the Kirk Cousins debacle and Brandon Sheriff for the last 2 years, but for the first time in a few years, Washington will not have a player on the franchise tag. So that gives them more flexibility in free agency. The salary cap went up to $208 million. I believe that's a $25 million increase. So Washington is already a good $30 million under the cap. And with Brandon Sheriff, if he doesn't resign, that's another $18 million you save under the cap. Landon Collins is in talks with renegotiating his contract, but he'll probably be a salary cap casualty because he's another $17 million on the books. So that's another $35 million right there that might be cleared up when free agency starts. So anything is possible. I've stated over and over again, this is a very crucial offseason for the Washington Commanders because, they got a foundation, they're getting things together. Now they know the pieces they need to add. You have the cap room, you have the foundation, you have the coach that's ready to get the team in a position to win, on a regular basis, on a consistent basis. And, going into next year, not having a first place schedule, will be an advantage for Washington this year. Going into last year with a first place schedule definitely wasn't an advantage because this team still had room to grow and things it needs to, holes it needs to fill and personnel and players that need to develop and step up. So I'm not going to turn this into a Washington Commanders show. I'm going to get back to the franchise tag and get ready to get out of here because, you got the Capitals game tonight, 9 o'clock versus Calgary. Ovi and Backy, 1,000 games together. So I'm going to definitely be tuned in for that later on. Actually, that NHL Network on right now, along with NFL Network. Franchise tags. Devontae Adams, as I mentioned earlier, he signed the franchise tag with Green Bay. That's $20 million guaranteed to him next year. Chris Godwin with the Buccaneers was tendered a franchise offer. That's making $19.1 million for him. Cam Robinson, left tackle for the Jaguars. Tendered a franchise offer. That's $16.7 million for the left tackle. The Cowboys designated Dalton Schultz, the tight end. That's $10.9 million for the franchise tag for that position. Mike Gesicki, Gesicki, I guess that's how you say it. For the Dolphins, tight end, $10.9 million. Orlando Brown Jr. for the Chiefs, left tackle, $16.7 million. Jesse Bates for the Bengals, safety, $12.9 million. And David Njoku for the Browns, tight end, $10.9 million. So while you got 3 tight ends and 2 wide receivers under the franchise tag, we got 2, 4, 6, 8 players that get franchise tag today, and 4 of them are skill position receivers, tight ends, 5 of them, I'm sorry. Wow, that's interesting. That's cool, though. We also saw Mike Williams get tendered an offer from the Chargers, who I saw some rumors that Washington might be interested in him. Big physical wide receiver with speed and size, and definitely can go up and get the ball. He got tendered a 3-year, $30 million deal. I don't really remember seeing any other big news or big signings. But as I said, stay tuned. Next couple of weeks, we're going to have our pre-draft and free agency special, as we always do. In the off season, I'm going to coordinate with Dugenay and see when we can get a chance to put together another show breaking down the draft and what players the team might be going after, and definitely free agency, and break down some of the signings or potential signings of the Washington Commanders going into next year. As I say, it's already the off season. Off season has officially started with the franchise tag designation. So all I'm gonna say is stick around. It's gonna be interesting off season for this team. We're gonna see what coach can build and get done to add to this roster and make this team better than it has been the last 2 years, being 7-win teams, to make that step to hit them double digits, 10-7, 11-6 with the new 17-game season. But that's pretty much all I have. I didn't want to take too long. Make sure you go check out hit the wrong button. Make sure you go check out the website, sportsothp.com, for all of our shows, highlight videos, all of our podcasts and partners, our apparel line. We appreciate all the support. Appreciate the folks purchasing it, helping support the movement. Saw the commercial I put together in the opening of the show. So stay tuned for so much more. We got a lot of other things in the works. Next Monday is our 6-year anniversary show going into season 7. So we'll be, celebrating our 6-year anniversary of Sports on the Hill podcast. Then we'll probably be taking a couple of weeks off before season 7 starts in April. Unfortunately, we don't have any baseball, which we normally start the new season with. But probably, like I say, do another pop-up show with Dugenay, breaking down the off-season moves for the football team. And who knows whatever else we might be doing. But, before I get out of here, I got to play some independent music videos because, that's what we do, especially on the show Sunday nights at the Bar Radio. Make sure you tune in, talking sports, politics, entertainment news, independent music videos, and we interview artists from all over the country, world. We've had folks from all over the place. So feel free to hit us up. Somebody, is in the music game, talented, trying to get out there. Hit us up. We have no problem doing it. Go follow me on my YouTube channel, Carol Porter III. That's with 3 eyes. You can follow the Sports OTHP page. Inbox me on social media. Just do #CP3, #SportsOTHP. It don't make a difference. It's going to come up. So, but let me get out of here. I done gave my 2 cents. Remember, always tune in Monday nights around 9 o'clock, Sports OTHP, DC Sports about the politics. It's not just a catchphrase. It's not just a motto. It's what we do. CP3, live from the lab, and I'm out.
I gotta wake up and go get the bread. I gotta go ahead and clip up the smash. She all in her feelings, she giving me sex. I got a slack, sweat on my ass. Count up on a move, that's a digital dash. They been just losing, I'm living these fads. Never go broke cause I got me a stash. I could never ever live in the past. I gotta wake up and go get the bag. I gotta go ahead and clip up the smash. She all in her feelings, she giving me sex. I got a slack, 12 on my ass. Count up on the move, that's a digital dash. Ain't been just losing, I'm living these facts. Never go broke cause I got me a stash. I could never ever live in the past. But I did shit like I give it and go. Counting money while I chill at the stove. How I deliver, I've been at the dough. It's up to you how business will go. That 36 I get for the look. Count it up, no feelings will show. Spend so much, gotta get it some more. When they hands out, I just give them a no. How they always talking about me, but a nigga stand out. Watch out how you really walk up to me, that's a man down. All these niggas got these drums with them like a band now. I've been doing what I want, that's what you can't doubt. I've been just feeling myself. Do I just really need help? I got my weight up. I be just telling myself I got love for all of my dogs. I take a pay cut. Some niggas really gon' ride. Some niggas really gon' slide. So go say a prayer. We ain't never gotta slap 5. Nigga, just pay your tithes and call me the mayor. I gotta wake up and go get the bag. I gotta go ahead and clip up the smash. She all in her feelings. She giving me sex. I got a slack, 12 on my ass. Count up on the move. That's a digital dash. Ain't been just losing. I'm living these facts. Never go broke cause I got me a stash. I could never ever live in the past. I gotta wake up and go get the bag. I gotta go ahead and clip up the smash. She all in her feelings, she giving me sex. I got a slack, 12 on my ass. Count up on the move, that's a digital dash. Ain't been just losing, I'm living these facts. Never go broke cause I got me a stash. I could never ever live in the past.